Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 620. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Just finishing up a Tostito, so I didn't want to talk with my mouth full.
What's up, Ray?
All right.
All right, guys. So the never-ending saga lately is of Batman vs. Superman. And the other day, Warner Brothers had been very egotistical, saying, "Oh, these numbers don't bother us. This is natural. We are fantastic.
Yeah.
We're doing great. Don't worry about it. Oh my God, the DC Cinematic Universe. We're full steam
It's
ahead.
so great.
Whatever, right? Well, that's been baloney because
Let me tap that nose back into place there, Pinocchio.
yeah, exactly. Because here is the article, and the article states, Warner's shocked by Batman vs. Superman reception. New creative voices could be added to Justice League. So the rumor is that they are thinking about firing Zack Snyder. Okay?
Oh, no.
Yes,
You could have knocked me over with a feather with that one.
Yeah, so Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice may not be the critical and financial success that Warner Bros. Has hoped for. In fact, a recent report from the Hollywood Reporter suggests that the studio was shocked by the film's poor critical reception. But the question of how the studio will respond remains unanswered. That same report indicates that Warner Bros. Is considering shaking up their film slate in the wake of Batman vs. Superman, but not in an expected way. Instead, Hollywood Reporter asserts that the studio will scale back its smaller productions to focus on its tentpole franchises, such as the DC films, the upcoming Harry Potter spin-offs, and Lego properties. However, according to the report, Warner Brothers may consider some personal changes on its upcoming Justice League films. While director Zack Snyder will almost certainly remain at the helm, WB may consider adding a new producer to the mix, which may add a small amount of fuel to substantiate rumors about Mad Max Fury Road director George Miller joining the film as the producer. Now,
I could see. Oh, yeah.
Now, this was one article that came, but there was
they didn't get him in the first place. Which is there's Snyder, and then there was him. I'm still surprised they didn't do him as a co-producer.
See, another thing is that they may scrap whatever movies are planned together, the films that they can scrap. They may scrap The Flash. They may scrap Cyborg. Suicide
I like Cyborg, but I just cannot see how he can be a lone movie.
I would replace Cyborg with a Man of Steel 2, or actually I would prefer a Man of Steel 2 over Ben Affleck's Batman.
I'm sort of torn between which Green Lantern I would like to see. If not the Hal Jordan one, then the Golden Age or Silver Age one whose ring couldn't work on wood. Those, it's like I'm torn between which one of those two I want to see more.
We may get a situation where they reboot the whole thing in 2020, which is not that far away.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the only, when it comes to Green Lantern, that's my only person I'm torn between. Like, do I want to see the Hal Jordan one, or do I want to see the one whose ring can't work on wood? That's the only. Otherwise,
yeah, I honestly think that Zack Snyder is going to be taken off of Justice League, and I think they're going to delay it. I don't think they're going to start filming.
If they do, they'll probably scale back his role in it and get somebody else as like the lead producer.
Do you think it's like with Batman Superman, it's like drop down his credibility in that, like his reputation?
Well, I mean, if he gets let go of Justice League, he's going to get let go of everything, I'm sure. They're going to take him out of the equation. Let me just show you the horrible numbers that we're looking at. And again, there's no hatred towards the movie here. I'm just stating a fact and a series of facts, okay? I don't make these numbers up. This is not to my advantage. I don't have any personal gain having a movie start failing at the box office. So, and again, when I say failing, you guys have to understand that the movie only made $267 million domestically. When you take into account that the movie cost $700 million to make or more.
Yeah. Is that before or after everybody takes their percentage?
All I know is that they don't even make that; they make half of that or something like that. So, and worldwide, yes, the movie made $701 million, but when it comes to overseas numbers, they don't even get that full amount either. So technically, without saying it, the movie is not.
It's not profitable.
Paying the bills. It's not balancing the checkbook. It's not even making what Man of Steel made. In fact, if it keeps fizzling, it's
going to be gone by the end of let's say it's
this week.
It'll be gone in 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
If the middle of next week or the middle or the start of the second.
It only made yesterday. We made $4 million, which again the numbers are dropping, guys. So I mean, this weekend could be key. That it probably won't even make $8 million on Friday. I mean, maybe we'll tie Man of Steel domestically, but it's not going to.
It'll probably range short from the sound of it.
And word of mouth has definitely affected the movie.
I don't think it's going to make $800 million worldwide. I think it's going to, and again, if it doesn't, then it doesn't break even, meaning it's considered a failure. If it doesn't reach what they said it has to reach to break even, it is a failure. That is coming from Warner Brothers themselves. And it has to reach $800 million to break even.
Then that's when they might consider, I'm saying to Zack Snyder, we're going to take your Justice League and we're going to suspend that movie.
I think that they're waiting for the next 2 weeks to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I think that there's going to be a massive shakeup. There may even be a delay of Justice League. Maybe forward the Batman movie instead. That's a smart thing to do a Batman movie. Because
they should have did Batman and then do this.
Batman supposedly formed the Justice League. So,
what I still think is funny about how back in the 80s, Marvel couldn't get a big screen movie if their life depended on it, but they did real great in TV. And now it's vice versa, where basically Marvel has got some great TV shows, Netflix shows. DC is basically dependent on TV, and they can't. And their movie lineup is
Marvel's just probably laughing to themselves right now, thinking, when Civil War comes out, we're going to get that blowing over the line because we're going to.
It's a memory. Once Civil War, there's no way Batman and Superman's going to be out. Civil War comes out. It's just annihilation, basically. So that's where we're at with Batman vs. Superman. Now, we did get a teaser for Star Wars Rogue One today. And tomorrow morning will be the trailer. And I got to say, I am very excited about this movie. And I think it's going to be the most overlooked because people that don't really know the industry or know what movies are planning, they're just expecting Episode 8 in a couple of years. They're not really, once they start seeing Darth Vader, people are going to lose their shit.
Because like you said, recommend to hear that.
I'm telling you, when this may even this will surprise people. They will lose their shit. They will. I'm telling you, the moment you see Darth Vader on screen, this may even be bigger than Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
And then people will be like, you know what, maybe we should make a trilogy of Darth Vader movies. And that's I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. So Darth Vader, the movie, will be green-lit the next day when this thing goes like a monster, So we have that. Again, there's more fallout from the Walking Dead finale.
I figured there would be.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I started watching it, it's like, oh God, come on, get on with it. And how I managed to stay in my seat and watch it on that little Rainier Land or whatever I watched it.
They had a compilation of people watching it, and everybody was not expecting a cliffhanger. They never promoted that they were going to do a cliffhanger. They don't always do cliffhangers in The Walking Dead. They promoted it where we're going to see who dies in the finale, and it didn't happen. And at the end, everybody must have said the F word. I don't know how many times in this compilation. People have been making YouTube videos saying that this may severely hurt the show of The Walking Dead because the fans are kind of not trusting of the creative team by making this decision. Again, no matter which way you slice it, it was a bad decision. Okay? You could have continued to tell the story like they said with the new story, but all you had to do was show that he killed the person and then the person's reaction to him dying or whoever it is. And then that would have been like a nice cliffhanger, like what are they going to do? How are they going to get out of this?
Even yet, if they could have done it, if they could have shown it in such a way to where it's like it was being reflected from another angle, so you could at least get a look.
Yeah, they had to tell who killed the person.
I think everyone's just pissed off because it's on a consistent basis now that they're letting everyone down.
That's the whole thing, that you can't promote something. I'm Negan, and then you show him with the bat, and then that's all you see in the preview before the finale aired. That you are getting they're promoting it like they're going to reveal it, and they didn't reveal it.
I think everyone was also pissed off that. I was just going to say that I think also everyone was pissed off that Negan never swore as much as he was supposed to have been told by, like, because they were trying to push through to make him swear a lot, and then he only swears once.
Supposedly he's only going to swear in the DVD or Blu-ray or whatever version. So
yeah, but why would you push it through and then get told you can do it, and then it just get changed to fudge, and then put it on DVD?
Don't know, my friend.
Because that's where your money comes from in the end. When the season's over, people are going to be rushing out to buy the DVD. So
I don't think they will this time.
Yeah, I don't think they will that quickly because there's nothing to see somebody say the F word. I mean, it really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because I'm not even rude. Negan was this one was supposed to establish him as the main villain.
It kind of ruined his, in a way, it kind of really ruined his entrance because we didn't get the full effect of that entrance. So that's that. We do have other stuff to talk about. We're probably going to take this up tomorrow because I have to go to bed. So hopefully we can get an early start tomorrow. I want to really try to plan to do Daniel's, we'll do the Trekkies cast early and try to get a nice. I am going to probably do the Real Hoovians cast 800, regardless of this announcement that never took place, because I've been getting a lot of heat that I'm wrong for doing that. I'm wrong for holding back the 800th episode. People, on all the Facebook pages that I have, people are used to me posting a couple a week of the Real Hoovians cast. And with Doctor Who not on the air, I'm not really helping the situation by not doing the Real Hoovians cast. So I do apologize. I'm completely wrong for that. You will see the Real Hoovians cast 800 before Sunday comes. So I just got to, get everybody together when it's time which is convenient. I want to make a big deal about it. So, again, I will make amends and I will pop. And next week we will have at least 4 Real Hoovians casts next week. But
hey, Scott.
but we will, and there'll be some unboxing. I'm gonna start investing and showing some stuff off here and collections, and we're gonna have some trivia and who idol and all this stuff. So the Real Hoovians cast will be back probably Friday night, I'm going to probably do the 800th episode. So if anybody can make it, let me know. We'll try to do a big Zoom, I'm hoping for. And I'll try to get some special members that haven't been on for a while. So we'll see what happens. All right. So on that note, guys, have a great night. Ray, thank you. Scott, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye for
Dead
now.
idol.